one power just isn't enough for some comic book characters.
Yatta.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 stupidly overpowered superheroes. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at the comic book characters who got more than their fair share of superpowers, and ranking them on their list of abilities and records in battle. Keep in mind that we're focusing exclusively on the good guys here, so there will be a separate list for overpowered supervillains.
Why are we listening to Mr. Bad Hair Day? Why don't you just flip back where you...
Number 10, The Flash. The Flash has been known for his speed, but it turns out there's a lot more to super speed than just running kinda fast. Aside from moving beyond the speed of light, okay, so not kinda fast, the Scarlet Speedster can travel through time, vibrate so fast that he can walk through solid objects, and create a sonic boom with just a click of his fingers.
What is he doing?
He's electrifying the water.
When compared to some of DC's most iconic heroes, it's easy to forget what the Flash is capable of, but you don't get to be on the same team as Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman without having some seriously powerful moves in your arsenal. Number 9, Dr. Fate. One of the most overpowered magical characters in all of comics, Dr. Fate, aka Kent Nelson, is immortal and invulnerable even in his base form. When equipped with the mystical Helmet of Fate, however, he has a near infinite number of additional powers, including the ability to cast purely magical energy beams, heal people, travel through alternate dimensions, and separate his astral form from his physical body, which makes him almost impossible to defeat.
Running out of tricks?
Not entirely.
In fact, his only weakness is the overuse of his own powers, but DC's magical doctor is never permanently sidelined.
The entire universe is careening violently between order and chaos.
Number 8, Batman.
It wasn't easy to make, Clark. It took years and cost a fortune. Luckily, I had both.
Batman's list of superpowers barely extends beyond a slightly deeper voice, but the very fact that he's just a man is what makes Bruce Wayne so overpowered as a character. The world's greatest detective actually has a contingency plan should he come up against any of his Justice League teammates. These were all proven effective in the Tower of Babel storyline, where Ra's al Ghul defeats the entire Justice League with Batman's plans. Batman has even faced off against Superman multiple times, and more often than not, the Dark Knight has a helpless Superman at his mercy.
In all the years to come, in your most private moments, I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
His indomitable will is his superpower, and with that in mind, he's just straight up broken.
Can you fly?
In a plane.
Wait, you're not just some guy in a bat costume, are you?
Number 7, Silver Surfer.
I said wait!
Initially a servant of Galactus, Silver Surfer's comic book storylines tend to revolve alongside the Fantastic Four, so we'll grant the anti-hero the benefit of the doubt for this list. It's just as well that he's not an all-out villain, because taking on the Silver Surfer is an accident waiting to happen. Not only does his body possess a chunk of the power cosmic, making him virtually indestructible to any non-entity characters, his board also has a mind of its own. It can travel at the speed of light and responds to his every mental instruction. It's almost like fighting two characters at the same time.
Oh, that is cool.
Number 6, Black Bolt.
Yikes! Glowing eyes equals bad juju.
Imagine injecting someone who was already a super soldier with super soldier serum, and you get the Black Bolt. Blackagar Boltagon was born of inhuman parents, but thanks to their genetic experiments on him while he was still in the womb, he ended up with powers far beyond that of any other inhuman.
Peace.
It took 19 years to control his abilities, and he still is unable to speak, as the vibrations from his voice are powerful enough to destroy civilizations. Some say that one of his screams could split the planet in two, It's no wonder that the Black Bolt can hold his own against the likes of the Hulk, or some of the most powerful villains in the Marvel Universe. Number 5, the Sentry. Starting out as a middle-aged man who suddenly remembers that he was a superhero with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. The Sentry is supposed to be Marvel's answer to Superman, and it's easy to see why. Super strength, flight, regeneration, teleportation, resurrection, energy absorption, and invulnerability. The Sentry has an unfair share of your standard superpowers. He is also Spider-Man's mentor, the Hulk's best friend, and Mr. Fantastic's intellectual equal. There's really nothing this character can't do. The only problem is that his destructive other half, the Void, can also do it all, including tear a god in half. Yikes. Number 4, Scarlet Witch.
Multiple contusions detected.
Yeah, I detected that too.
Being the daughter of Magneto can't be fun, but there are some upsides. Because she's a mutant, the source of Wanda Maximoff's magic comes from within, rather than a physical item that could easily be destroyed.
I can't control their fear, only my own.
What really sets her apart from other superhero magic users in comics is her ability to manipulate reality. She can fly, teleport, shoot fire and psychic beams, and use her magic to actually create life. At her full potential, Scarlet Witch has completely rewritten reality, recreating her dead children and causing a ripple effect throughout the universe. She may not have full control over her powers, but that also means that much of her power is still untapped. Number 3, Superman.
I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard, always taking constant care not to break something, to break someone. Never allowing myself to lose control, even for a moment, or someone could die.
Everyone knows what Superman can do, but in case you need a reminder, the son of Krypton has super strength, super speed, super hearing, super vision, super breath, and super flight. As far as we know, his solar power is infinite, and we have no idea where the Man of Steel's limits actually end. Yes, he was beaten by Batman, but he says himself that he could have destroyed the Dark Knight early on in the fight. All we can say is thank God for magic and kryptonite, because if Superman didn't have any weaknesses, we might not even need a Justice League.
I once thought I could protect the world by myself, but I was wrong. Working together, we saved the planet. And I believe that if we stayed together as a team, we would be a force that could truly work for the ideals of peace and justice.
What? Like a bunch of super friends?
Number 2, Saitama. Better known as One Punch Man, Saitama is hardly a conventional hero. He fights only for a challenge, because just 3 years of training pushed him beyond the limitations of any human, and most aliens it seems. He insists that his strength comes from a training regimen consisting of 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every day, and that he trained so hard that his hair fell out.
Sensei, あなたという人はふざけないでください。それは一般的な筋力鍛錬だ。
The planet-threatening monsters that appear mysteriously in his city explode after a single one of his punches. And he still hopes that one day he will experience the thrill of a real fight.
またワンパンで終わっちまった。くそったれー!
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Puny God.
Number 1, Dr. Manhattan. You might say that it's easy to be the most powerful superhero in the world when no one else has any powers, but compared to even the other heroes on this list, Dr. Manhattan is still pretty much a god.
If I'm to have a symbol, it shall be one I respect.
Originally a physicist disintegrated in an intrinsic field subtractor, Jonathan Osterman was reanimated as an entity of space-time, serving the US government and keeping his distance from humanity. His only weakness, tachyon particles, only block his ability to see the future, while he technically has full control over matter, energy, time, space, and his own biology. His list of superpowers is virtually limitless, and it's a good thing he doesn't fight for a side, because that's a fight that would not last very long. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.